In today's video, we are going to explore best Fyodor Dostoyevsky's quotes about self, human and people. Let's get started. Since man cannot live without miracles, he will provide himself with miracles of his own making. He will believe in witchcraft and sorcery, even though he may otherwise be a heretic, an atheist, and a rebel. The man who lies to himself and listens to his own light comes to such a pass that he cannot distinguish the truth within him. The whole work of man really seems to consist in nothing but proving to himself every minute that he is a man and not a piano key. Man has it all in his hands, and it all slips through his fingers from sheer cowardice. Man has such a predilection for systems and abstract deductions that he is ready to distort the truth intentionally. He is ready to deny the evidence of his senses only to justify his logic. Man is a creative animal, doomed to strive toward a goal, engaged in full-time engineering. Man is a creature that can get accustomed to anything, and I think that is the best definition of him. Man is a mystery. It needs to be unraveled, and if you spend your whole life unraveling it, don't say that you've wasted time. I am studying that mystery because I want to be a human being. Man is a pliable animal, a being who gets accustomed to everything. Man is bound to lie about himself. Man is stupid, phenomenally stupid, or rather he is not at all stupid, but he is so ungrateful that you could not find another like him in all creation. Man is tormented by no greater anxiety than to find someone quickly to whom he can hand over that great gift of freedom with which the ill-fated creature is born. Man, do not pride yourself on your superiority to the animals, for they are without sin, while you, with all your greatness, you defile the earth wherever you appear and leave an ignoble trail behind you, and that is true, alas, for almost every one of us. Man, so long as he remains free, has no more constant and agonizing anxiety than find as quickly as possible someone to worship. Men do not accept their prophets and slay them, but they love their martyrs and worship those whom they have tortured to death. A cultivated and decent man cannot be vain without setting a fearfully high standard for himself, and without despising and almost hating himself at certain moments. A fool is always pleased with what he says, and, besides, he always says more than he needs to. A man who lies to himself, and believes his own lies, becomes unable to recognize truth either in himself or in anyone else, and he ends up losing respect for himself and for others. Above all, avoid falsehood, every kind of falsehood, especially falseness to yourself. Watch over your own deceitfulness and look into it every hour, every minute. But what can a decent man speak of with most pleasure? Answer: of himself. Well, so I will talk about myself. Everyone thinks of himself, and he lives most gaily who knows best how to deceive himself. Everyone is really responsible to all men for all men and for everything. Every man has some reminiscences which he would not tell to everyone, but only to his friends. For what is man without desires, without free will, and without the power of choice, but a stop in an organ pipe? Grown-up people do not know that a child can give exceedingly good advice even in the most difficult case. I will not and cannot believe that evil is the normal condition of mankind. If you want to be respected by others, the great thing is to respect yourself. Only by that, only by self-respect will you compel others to respect you. If you want to overcome the whole world, overcome yourself. When reason fails, the devil helps. He thought with a strange grin. This chance raised his spirits extraordinarily. We must never forget that human motives are generally far more complicated than we are apt to suppose, and that we can very rarely accurately describe the motives of another. So long as man remains free, he strives for nothing so incessantly and so painfully as to find someone to worship. Nothing in this world is harder than speaking the truth, nothing easier than flattery. Lying to ourselves is more deeply ingrained than lying to others. Nothing is easier than to denounce the evildoer, nothing is more difficult than to understand him. Bad people are to be found everywhere, but even among the worst there may be something good. Because everyone is guilty for everyone else. For all the wee ones, because there are little children and big children. All people are wee ones. And I'll go for all of them, because there must be someone who will go for all of them. Please let us know your favorite quotes from these best Fyodor Dostoyevsky's quotes about self, human and people in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.